Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Talia and today I am doing a tag, and it's also a collaboration with my girl Stephanie Nicole and Tila Living Life Beautifully. And yeah, it's all about being a mom. Actually, the name of the tag is called The Hardest Thing About Being a Mom tag, and there's a total of 6 questions. I doubt that I will get through these 6 questions swiftly because being a parent is one of the hardest things that you could ever do in life. So I will give you, my opinions, my thoughts, how I do things, whatever, however this tag goes, wherever it leads me. I'll definitely share it with you guys here today. It should be fun and interesting. So yes, if you're interested in seeing how I do things as a mom and join this collaboration with me and my girls, go ahead and stay tuned. But before you get nice and cozy, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Also click that notification bell because you don't want to miss another video by your girl. Like I am for certain. Like there's nothing else I am sure of, knowing that, you want to go ahead and subscribe to this channel. So go ahead. I'll be waiting. So do what you gotta do. And yeah.
They got that melanin magic, brown skin popping, always fly. I stay in the cockpit. I want it, I cop it. Open the door, then lock it.
Alright, so again, like I was saying at the very beginning of this video, I am collaborating with Living Life Beautifully and Stephanie Nicole. She's blessed ×3. And we've been having conversations here lately about being a parent and beliefs and how we conduct and how we do our things as moms. So actually Tila from Living Life Beautifully, she is the one that suggested that we did this tag and kind of just share what we do. So again, the name of the tag is called The Hardest Thing About Being a Mom tag. So there's a total of 6 questions, so let's go ahead and get started. So the first question is, what surprised you most about motherhood? Well, let me just start off saying that I have 3 kids. For those who didn't watch my little Christmas vlog, I have 3 kids. First, my oldest, her name is Noelle, and she's 18. Second child is Dayon, and he's 15. And my third child is London, and she is now 8. So, I think like what shocked me the most is when I had my first kid at 19. The basic responsibilities of having a child or whatever have you, but you don't prepare yourself for what can possibly go wrong. My oldest child was diagnosed with diabetes when she was 10 years old, and it caught me off guard. So it was like, okay, she was healthy for this whole entire time, and now all of a sudden she's getting sick, and what do you do? She doesn't have type 2 diabetes that can go away with diet and exercise. She has type 1 diabetes, and she's insulin dependent to where she will always have this for the rest of her life. So to know that my kid will always have this, and it was like out of the freaking blue, like, it was unexpected. Preparing yourself for the worst is not something that parents think of. Like, you want to protect your kids, but it definitely caught me off guard, and that was definitely a surprise to me. And I was already 30 years old when she was diagnosed, and so you just don't think that things like that will occur. I mean, Lord knows it could be worse. You can live a great life being a diabetic, but still in all, there's still challenges, and you don't want your kid to go through anything or deal with anything. You want them to just be perfect with no ailments, no issues. And as a parent, you just don't prepare yourself for things like that. You don't expect it. So that was definitely a surprise for me, and it just caught me all the way off guard. Second question is, what do you love most about being a mom? I love interacting with my kids. I love seeing them grow. All 3 of them are definitely different. I can never say, at least at this point, that my adolescent kids, my teen kids, ever gave me any of the attitudes and stuff like that. So we have this great bond. I think that little one might be that one that gives me that problem, but we haven't gotten there yet. So, but just talking to them, just seeing them turn into, you know, adults, and at least for my older kids, watching them grow, having their, watching them form their own opinions, having their own values, and even with the little one, just seeing that, just watching her brilliance, just watching her shine. There's nothing more exciting and more rewarding than just watching them develop into great little humans. Okay, so the third question is, what, if anything, would you change? I would change my net worth. Yeah, having more money with kids is, I think, is beneficial, at least in my eyes. Fourth question is, how are you different as a parent than your own mother was? I'm extremely different from my mom. And yeah, it's like, Mommy, I know you watch this. But I talk to my kids versus me and my mom didn't always see eye to eye, and that's one thing that I felt the need to be different. I always felt the need to always change that aspect of parenting because I know that I didn't have it. Like, my parents were always present, but me and my mom didn't have that bond to where I was able to come to her for anything. I would yeah, like, she wasn't my go-to person to where my kids come to me and they talk to me about stuff. I make sure that I prepare them for each and everything, and they don't have to look to their peers or to anyone else to influence them or to guide them in making big decisions. So that's where her and I are different. Question number 5. What has been the most difficult part of motherhood for you? Not having enough money. Just dealing with kids with chronic illnesses and circumstances is the hardest thing because, again, you want to go back into just protecting them from everything, not allowing them to do so much because you're afraid of what's going to happen. Like, I want to make sure I'm answering these correctly. Me allowing myself to let go and trust that the values that I have instilled in my kids, that they'll be okay. So, like, with my diabetic daughter, like, we already have a rule. She can't leave my house until she's 26, until she's able to have her own insurance and is stable, or if she, gets married, that guy is stable and he can hold her down and afford her medications. So, it's difficult because she's going into adulthood. I use Noelle the most because she's that child that is creeping out the door, and it's difficult to see her transition into adulthood. Like, you think that your kids are gonna stay small forever, and they're just not. Even with my 8-year-old, it went from her being born and to now she's like the sassiest, most intelligent individual that you would come across at the age of 8. Like, she is brilliant. She is the definition of greatness, and not just because I'm her mom. It's just that she's just an awesome child. And my son, he has autism, and when it comes down to him especially, I protect my girls, but my son, because him having autism, that's just like, well, I think he's just going to be with me forever. Do autistic kids have to be with their parents forever? No. But in my mind, I want to protect him from idiots out there who may feel the need to tease, regardless of how high function, he is. And just dealing with the different obstacles that your kids might run across is difficult for me to handle, because those who know me, really know me, know that I am a fighter to the day I die. Like, you come for mine, I'm ready to pounce on you. And it's hard to let your kids go, or I mean, you really have no choice in allowing them to grow up. That's God's doing, but it's hard to watch. It's very difficult to watch them get bigger or not need you as much. What words of wisdom do you have for other moms? Um, the wisdom that the only thing, well, not even only, there's a lot of things that I would say to upcoming moms or moms who haven't reached to the level of parenthood that I have reached. I am truly blessed to have the kids that I have. They're not problematic at all because I have plenty of story times that I can share about myself as as an adolescent, but I am very grateful. The only thing that I highly recommend moms, dads, just parents, period, is that you talk to your kids. Always be present. When you're looking at the adolescent now in this era, you see a lot of kids, they, I wouldn't say it's a crutch so much, but a lot of the kids in this time frame are very soft. Like, they like to blame other people for why they do the things they do and the decisions that they make, and they just make bad decisions based on social media, their peers, or whoever. When you talk to your kids and kind of give them real life situations and scenarios and kind of just open the floor to hear their point of view, I think a lot of things will be different. I am not the perfect parent. I'm nowhere near being the greatest mom. But I do believe that I listen to my kids. I don't always agree with the stuff they go, that they bring to me. I am very sarcastic by nature. I have each one of my kids, all of them are very different as far as how much they can take from their sarcastic mom and their moody mom. But I always make myself available to them whenever they need to talk. I always ask probing questions. So always probe your kids. Ask them questions. Privacy for what? They have none. Like yes, you want to give them their space and allow them to be individuals. But while they are with you, be involved in whatever it is that you're doing. If they're dating, be involved with the person that they're dating. You want to know where their headspace is. My daughter's boyfriend is an amazing young man, and hats off to his parents, because you don't see young men at his age being being as great as he is. So all I recommend is that you have that dialogue. Always talk to kids. Be available. It's once they get to a certain age, please don't be that parent that feels the need that, oh, okay, well, now that I don't have to get up every 2 to 3 hours, that parenting is over and they can fend for themselves. No. Mm-mm. And I think that's that's some of the reasons why kids are running amok nowadays, because some parents feel like, okay, well, now it's party time because I don't got to change diapers. So, yeah. So is that it? Are those all the questions? Yeah. So that's how I do things in my household. If you liked this video, please give this a thumbs up. In my comment section, let's have a discussion. How do you raise your kids? What pointers do you have for me? Again, I stated how old my kids are. What do you recommend? Anything I said today that I could have said different, or I should implement something different? Also, too, pause. Let's kind of rewind a little bit before we go. I'm a woman of faith, and this is something that I know that I need to do, and I don't know if it goes anywhere in these questions, is implement God. I talk to my kids about God. What I could do better is take them to church, but just give them some set of value and a force to believe in. You know, keep them grounded. And I do check their faith, like, you know, where they're at mentally when it comes down to the Lord, especially because that's who I believe in and who I want them to believe in. So, yeah, keep your kids grounded. Now we can move on. So yeah, let's have an open discussion in my comment section. Let me know what you do, what you don't do, how you feel about parenting. Are you a mother? Are you scared to be a mom? Like, let's talk. So if you want to connect with me deeper, please check me out on all my social media. And that is Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, and Twitter. Yeah, I think I got them all. I think I got them all. And that's everything Thaliaseyecandy. And I will definitely catch you all in the next. And don't forget to check out my girls' videos. I'm going to leave their information right here and also in my description box. And yeah, let's keep this conversation going. Many blessings to you all, and I'll catch you all. Bye.